Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Ridge's near miss and Electra's new dang lunar are all slapped by Brooke. Forrester is also slapped by Brooke Logan. The assurance of Steffi Forrester. According to the B&B recap for Monday, January 6th, Taylor Hayes and Steffi Forrester Finnegan talk about Bridge at the Cliff home. Steffi and Taylor are certain that Ridge will not pardon Brooke this time. Taylor is still on edge, though, since she thinks Brooke will give the performance of a lifetime. Steffi doesn't believe it will succeed. Taylor makes it clear that Brooke is not a concern for her. Brooke doesn't pose a threat to Taylor. Taylor is aware of her relationship with Ridge. Is it okay to snort at this point? Returning to the episode, Steffi questions what went wrong. According to Taylor, her life feels complete and she intends to break free from a destructive, vicious cycle. Taylor is ecstatic with Ridge's help. Taylor simply cannot spend any more time worrying about Brooke since life is so wonderful. John is referred to as Finnegan by Steffi. I dropped the kids off with the babysitter, Steffi explains. Finn and Steffi are alone in the place. Happy that they are getting closer again, Taylor takes off to see Ridge. Steffi informs her mother that she will be waiting for her. With a giggle, Taylor walks away. Brooke Logan explains the B&B recap. Brooke keeps attempting to justify herself to Ridge at the estate of Forrester. It isn't functioning. Brooke goes on to state that she only accepted the CEO position in order to return the business to Ridge. Ridge had already boinked Taylor when Brooke tried to notify him. Brooke is still certain that they can get beyond this challenge. Brooke genuinely believed she was acting morally. Although Ridge thinks Brooke had the proper heart, he maintains that she was nonetheless mistaken. Ridge anticipated that during the live broadcast, Brooke would criticize Carter and Hope. Ridge, that would just result in more negative publicity, and you would then hold her accountable. Ridge goes on a tirade over Hope Logan continuing to occupy the land. It's actually no longer your call, Ridge, since you moved out. Ridge claims that Hope is playing Brooke. Brooke is informed by Ridge that he had to witness Eric's grief. Brooke went directly to the enemy, Ridge continues. There is no enemy, according to Brooke. According to Ridge, Brooke is now an enemy in addition to Hope and Carter. Brooke Logan's dignity. According to the summary of The Bold and the Beautiful, Brooke refuses to acknowledge that Hope engaged in any deceptive behavior. Ridge mentions Hope jumping on Finn and playing with Thomas Forrester. Brooke tells Ridge that he can't bear it when he calls Hope derogatory names. Brooke feels it's inappropriate for Ridge to call Hope names when they are discussing improper moves. According to Brooke, Ridge made a mistake by jumping into bed with Taylor. Brooke is now accusing Ridge of treachery. Brooke is shocked by how quickly Ridge jumped on Taylor. Brooke finds it incomprehensible that Ridge requires two women to constantly soothe his ego. Yes, Brooke, you go. Be honest with the Waffle King. Sharing a man is something Brooke won't do. Ridge made his decision. Brooke's eyes are watering. Brooke wishes her mother had never taken that catering job and that she had never entered that house. Brooke has had enough of Ridge. Brooke being done with him makes Ridge laugh. However, Ridge asserts that Brooke will continue to manage his family's company. Brooke finds it incomprehensible that Ridge does not consider her a family member. Brooke lashes out at Taylor and Steffi for considering her a Logan. Brooke tells Ridge that they think she's less than them. Ridge simply stands there, his expression bewildered. After giving Ridge a little pat on the cheek, Brooke slaps him abruptly. Brooke advises him to enjoy his second option. At that moment, Taylor appears. Taylor is shoved aside by Brooke. Recap of The Bold and the Beautiful, January 6, 2025, Monday. Luna thanks Bill for his efforts over at his residence. Luna is reminded by Bill that she is under home arrest. This cannot succeed unless it is kept a secret. Bill responds that he didn't want her to die when Luna asks him why once more. I want to give her the stability that I never had, Bill continues. Out of nowhere, a motorcycle is heard. Luna is told to hide by Bill. Will carries Elektra inside while Luna looks on from the stairway. Will presents a beaming Bill to Elektra. Bill hears Elektra's account of her experience with Remy Price. Elektra goes into detail, so she now knows Remy's name, her employment history at Forrester Creations, and the offenses she was the victim of. Luna's expression changes to a spooky smile as Will and Elektra speak to Bill. Post your ideas in the space provided for comments below. To find out what happens next, keep watching the soap opera on CBS or Paramount+. Steffi and Taylor are certain that Ridge won't forgive Brooke this time at the Cliff House. However, Taylor continues to fear that Brooke will put on her best show in an attempt to win him back. Steffi is adamant that this time it won't work. Her mother doesn't give a damn about Brooke. Since she is aware of her relationship with Ridge, she is not intimidated by her and has left that merry-go-round. Steffi questions what went wrong. According to her mother, she feels content with her life and has decided to break free from the pattern. Ridge's assistance has had a significant impact. There's too much joy in life to worry about Brooke. In order to give them the house to themselves, Steffi phones her husband to let him know that she left the kids with a sitter. Taylor adds that she feels close to Ridge once more when she makes the decision to visit him. If she needs to wait up for her, Steffi advises her to let her know. Her mother chuckles and leaves. When Steffi considers how delighted she is that her parents are reconciling, she smiles. Brooke tries to persuade a skeptic Ridge at Eric's that she only accepted the CEO position in order to return his job. He had already turned to Taylor as she attempted to clarify it. She is certain that they can resolve this. Brooke maintains that she only accepted the position because she was loyal to him and loved him. Although he believes her, he claims she acted improperly. She ought to have condemned Carter and Hope while the cameras were filming. She did not act with loyalty. He can't be serious, in her opinion. He lets out a grunt and declines to go back to Hope's house. Additionally, Carter will not stop his stupid idea. He accuses her of being influenced by her daughter and failing to communicate with him when she ought to have. Because of the traitors, he had to witness his father's heartbreak. Instead of standing with them, she walked to the enemy. She maintains that there is no adversary. They are precisely that. Carter, Hope, and now you. He remarks, I don't think I can ever get past this. She won't acknowledge that her daughter done anything bad. Before turning to Carter, he reminds her of what she did to Thomas and Finn. Brooke said that when he calls her kid derogatory names, it truly destroys her. Why does he act in that way? It's incorrect. So is looking at Taylor. How did you suddenly turn against us? She inquires. He needs 2 women to boost his ego because he always does the same thing. She claims that by sharing a bed with Taylor, he made his decision. Brooke deserves a man who really loves her and won't share a man. She wishes her mother had never taken that catering job all those years ago and that she had never set foot in this mansion. She is finished and no longer able to do this. You're going to manage my family business even though you're done with me? He inquires. She finds it incomprehensible that he does not consider her kin. She urges him to enjoy himself with Taylor, his second choice, while slapping his face. Taylor shows up on her way to the door. She is pushed aside by Brooke. Spoilers for the week starting Monday, January 6th on The Bold and the Beautiful. The week starting Monday, January 6th, promises to be a frenzy of passionate confrontations, stunning revelations, and heartbreaking decisions on The Bold and the Beautiful. With long-simmering tensions erupting in both the Spencer and Forrester families, fans may anticipate that the complex relationships and corporate power battles will reach new heights. Here's a thorough look at what to expect this week in the most glitzy and scandal-plagued circles of Los Angeles, from covert friendships to unexpected betrayals. As always, Steffi Forrester is a formidable opponent, and this week is no different. Steffi is focused on strengthening her allies and undercutting her competitors in her quest to regain her role as co-CEO of Forrester Creations. Tensions in the Forrester clan escalate as her father, Ridge Forrester, attempts to act as a mediator between Steffi and Brooke Logan. Steffi will use her connections with Ridge and her brother Thomas as part of her strategic plans to reclaim control. But when Hope Logan, still in shock from recent personal and professional disappointments, decides to speak up, her plans encounter an unforeseen roadblock. Refusing to let Steffi's aspirations eclipse her own goals for the Hope for the Future brand, Hope has fought to remain independent. Ridge is torn between Taylor Hayes and Brooke, the two most significant women in his life. Following a string of contentious exchanges, Ridge is forced to face the agonizing fact that his family is being torn apart by his indecision. Reminding Ridge of their shared past and what she sees as their inevitable fate, Brooke keeps pushing for a reunion. However, Taylor's return to Ridge's life has rekindled old emotions, leaving him caught between passion and loyalty. Ridge will have to deal with a crucial situation this week that might completely alter his destiny. Ridge is forced by Steffi to put family unity first and must choose between recommitting to Brooke and considering a new beginning with Taylor. Both women battle their own fears in the meantime, aware that Ridge's decision will have significant repercussions for all parties. This week, Brooke Logan once again demonstrates that she is not one to back down from a battle. In an attempt to regain Ridge, Brooke goes to extreme lengths to reveal what she perceives to be Taylor's manipulation. Her attempts, though, might backfire as Ridge becomes more and more irritated with the two women's ongoing arguments. The reappearance of Deacon Sharp, who still has affections for Brooke, only makes her problems worse. More issues arise as a result of Deacon's attempts to influence Brooke, especially after Ridge learns of their exchanges. With so many factors involved, Brooke's attempt at reconciliation turns into a risky bet that might either save her marriage or end it forever. Liam Spencer and Hope Logan's relationship is strained in the middle of the Forrester crisis. Liam and Hope are still having a hard time getting along because of the consequences of Thomas's manipulations and the continuing turmoil involving Douglas Forrester. Their divergent agendas clash this week when Liam raises concerns about Hope's continued collaboration with Thomas at Forrester Creations. Hope maintains that her attention is only on her profession, but Liam's mistrust and jealousy could cause them to drift apart. When Thomas takes advantage of their disagreement and uses his charm to plant additional doubt in Liam's mind, the issue gets even more convoluted. Bill Spencer has a reputation for acting boldly and erratically, and this week is no different. Bill focuses on a startling new project as his relationship with Katie Logan is still in limbo. According to rumors, Luna Nozawa, a mysterious visitor whose relationship to the Spencer family is still unknown, is involved in Bill's most recent plot. Bill's choice to step in and change Luna's life causes his loved ones to wonder and raise eyebrows. Does he have a hidden agenda, or is he driven by true concern? It becomes evident as Luna's biography develops that the Spencer and Forrester families will be significantly impacted by her stay in Los Angeles. Paris Buckingham and Carter Walton, meantime, are reaching a turning point in their relationship. Cracks have started to show as they try to work through their differences, despite their initial chemistry. Paris is forced to face her residual feelings for her ex this week after a fortuitous meeting with Zen Forrester Dominguez, which makes Carter wonder if their bond is resilient enough to resist outside influences. The difficulties for Carter don't stop there. He gets caught up in the growing conflict between Steffi, Hope, and Ridge in his role as COO of Forrester Creations. It becomes more and more challenging for Carter to remain neutral, particularly when his allegiance is questioned. Taylor Hayes is committed to show that she is more than just Brooke Logan's competitor. The rest of the Forrester family is buzzing after Taylor's daring move this week, which leaves Ridge speechless. It is unclear if her acts will be sufficient to change Ridge's mind, but one thing is for sure, Taylor is not going to give up easily. While dealing with her own personal issues, Taylor also helps Steffi at Forrester Creations. Their relationship as mother and daughter serves as a dramatic contrast to the chaos around them, serving as a reminder to viewers of the resilience of family bonds even in the midst of hardship. Without Sheila Carter's constant menace, no week in Los Angeles would be complete. Even though Sheila is currently only in the background, the Forrester and Spencer families are nonetheless affected by her. It will not be long until Sheila reappears with a fresh scheme to cause chaos while she waits. Subtle clues this week imply that Sheila might be planning her next move already. Her reappearance will undoubtedly cause a stir in the lives of everyone she comes into contact with, whether it is through a new alliance or a revived grudge. Viewers may anticipate a dramatic cliffhanger as the week draws to a conclusion, leaving them excitedly awaiting the next installment. The stakes have never been higher, with alliances changing, secrets threatening to be revealed, and relationships hanging by a thread. The week of January 6th is sure to provide the drama, passion, and intrigue that The Bold and the Beautiful is known for, from Steffi's ambitious intentions to Brooke and Ridge's emotional confrontation. As the people of Los Angeles traverse the always shifting seas of love, loyalty, and treachery, fans won't want to miss a second. Ridge and Brooke had been growing increasingly tense. In part because of the recent conflicts between them and in part because of the unsaid times that Ridge considered betrayals. Admire Days, B&B, General Hospital, or other soap operas? Participate in the discussion on our SC boards. To interact with fans and start a conversation right away, click here. For Ridge, everything revolves around Hope, Brooke's kid. Hope is a cunning liar who works behind the scenes to influence others and get them to do what she wants them to do, regardless of whether it is reasonable or true. The fact that she has exaggerated her victimization and that she actually lacks business sense is irrelevant. For some reason, Hope can persuade anyone to follow her instructions when she complains about being treated unfairly. Ridge believes that Hope has harmed his father, Eric, his daughter, Steffi, and son, Thomas. Ridge has also lost his girlfriend, his best friend, and his company because of Hope, but not necessarily in that order. However, Brooke has a different perspective on the matter. She believes that everyone should ignore everything else, including Hope's behavior with men and her success, or lack thereof, in business, because of her long-running argument with Steffi regarding boys. If Hope respected Steffi's marriage by ceasing to pursue Steffi's spouse, Brooke doesn't care that she disrespected it. She could see why Hope might persuade Carter to take over the business if she was furious over being dismissed. Despite saying she didn't agree with the takeover, Brooke kept her feelings to herself. At least not until Brooke openly expressed support for the business when he was appointed CEO. That was the final straw for Ridge. He understands that Brooke was driven to accept the role in an attempt to reclaim the company, but he finds it incomprehensible that she would not have informed him of this and discussed her strategy with him before issuing a global statement about it. Instead of criticizing what Carter and Hope had done, she said that he, Steffi, and Eric were taking a leave of absence without their consent. That was unacceptable to Ridge. Taylor is pushed aside by Brooke on The Bold and the Beautiful, photo, JPI. Taylor is pushed aside by Brooke on The Bold and the Beautiful, photo, JPI. Brooke, meanwhile, was under the impression that Ridge and Taylor had reconciled. While it is partially accurate, the extent of their journey was not. Ridge did, however, turn to Taylor almost away after feeling deceived by Brooke, and the ping-pong match, as she put it, was unquestionably back in full swing. Brooke told Ridge that she regretted their decades-long relationship because she was furious by Ridge's betrayal of Taylor, his derogatory comments about Hope, and his inability to see that Brooke was attempting to assist a seriously damaged situation. She threw Taylor out of her way as she walked out the door, wishing him luck with his second choice, Taylor. Ridge will go on with Taylor now that Brooke and Ridge are officially no longer together. Taylor questions whether Ridge has altered his mind about Brooke when she tells him what she walked in on. She was attempting to assist with the takeover scenario, but if she had communicated before announcing her own promotion publicly on social media, she might have easily avoided a great deal of confusion and hurt. But although Ridge doesn't know what the future holds, he does know that he can trust Taylor and that she makes him feel loved. Given that Ridge and Taylor fans will be witnessing a reunion this week on The Bold and the Beautiful that is filled with passion, shocks, and love, Brooke might regret informing Ridge that it is done. Their relationship is rekindled into something much more than friendship after Ridge even gives her a gown crafted by Taylor and they share a passionate kiss. There is undoubtedly love in the air as Taylor and Ridge grow closer, even though they still find time to plan how to reunite Forrester creations with Steffi and Eric. Poppy's hot new love story, Justin's Temptation? Unexpected romantic entanglements and personal tensions are about to take center stage in the world of The Bold and the Beautiful. Viewers will witness Justin Barber struggle with a strong temptation this week that jeopardizes his recently restored feeling of stability. In the meanwhile, Poppy's arrival in LA. The Forrester, Spencer, and Logan families' love and allegiance dynamics will be redefined in this moment, which is sure to light sparks. Check out this deeper look at how fans will be gripped by Justin's struggle and Poppy's developing romance. After years of dubious choices made when Bill Spencer was in charge, Justin Barber has been gradually repairing his reputation. Justin seems to have abandoned his cunning methods after making a new beginning at Forrester Creations. But old habits die hard, and this week Justin finds himself in a predicament that can jeopardize all of his hard-won accomplishments. A risky transaction that may provide Justin unheard of authority and influence serves as his temptation. Although the offer is alluring, it is fraught with moral conundrums that call into question Justin's recently discovered integrity. His increasing interest in an unexpected confidant, someone who has their own motivations for pressuring Justin to make the deal, complicates things even further. As Justin balances his need for atonement against the allure of passion and power, this amorous tension only serves to intensify his inner turmoil. Will Justin give in to his temptation and jeopardize his newfound ally's faith at Forrester Creations? Or will he have the will to fight and remain loyal to the person he is attempting to become? Justin's choices during the week will pave the way for a dramatic reckoning with repercussions on both a personal and professional level. Poppy's plot takes an exciting turn this week as she embarks on a passionate new romance, building on the frenzy produced by her debut to the bold and the beautiful canvas. Poppy is a vibrant and mysterious character who infuses Los Angeles with new vitality and immediately captivates everyone in her vicinity. She immediately stands out due to her witty banter and indisputable charisma, but what really makes everyone laugh is her surprising relationship with one of the show's most eligible bachelors. Zend Forrester Dominguez is Poppy's love interest. Since his tumultuous romance with Paris Buckingham ended, his heart has been wandering. From the first time they meet, Poppy and Zend's chemistry is evident, igniting a storm of emotions neither of them could have predicted. Their developing romance is set against the backdrop of their mutual love of design and invention at Forrester Creations, which gives their relationship more nuance and complexity. Not everyone, meanwhile, is overjoyed by Poppy and Zend's developing romance. Paris finds it difficult to accept that Zend is moving on because he still harbors unresolved feelings for him. Tension within the Forrester Creations team could result from her jealousy leaking into her work life. Poppy's future with Zend may become more complicated as a result of her enigmatic history. Justin and Poppy's paths unexpectedly cross as they go their own routes. Poppy and Justin become close through their work at Forrester Creations, and they soon develop an unexpected friendship. Poppy's bold outlook on life encourages Justin to face his own anxieties, and Justin's constant presence gives Poppy a sense of stability in the midst of her new romance's chaos. However, there are some issues with their friendship. Because of her relationship with Zend, Poppy finds herself right in the center of the ongoing conflict between Paris and Justin, whose allegiances are put to the test as he gets caught up in their personal drama. The distinction between friendship and ambition becomes hazy, making Justin and Poppy wonder about their actual priorities. As the week goes on, a startling discovery poses a threat to the delicate equilibrium of these intertwined lives. In a shocking turn of events, Poppy's past is revealed, leaving everyone in shock. Her romance with Zend and her developing friendships at Forrester Creations could be ruined by the truth she has been harboring. For Justin, the disclosure is a sobering reminder of what happens when ambition runs amok. When confronted with the consequences of his own decisions, Justin must choose between supporting Poppy and putting his own interests first. The intricate network of ties that characterizes the bold and the beautiful is highlighted by their shared quest for atonement and self-discovery. Poppy's captivating new love story and Justin's temptation are representative of the show's distinctive fusion of drama, romance, and intrigue. As viewers deal with their own difficulties, their problems speak to universal themes of love, loyalty, and the need for atonement. Fans are excitedly awaiting the next chapter as the week comes to an end because Justin and Poppy's tales are still entwined. Will Justin be able to resist his temptation and have the courage to follow the right path? Despite the challenges they face, can Poppy overcome her past and forge a future with Zend? And what effects will their decisions have on everyone in their immediate vicinity, from Paris and Zend to the other members of the Forrester Creations team? The answers to these questions will be revealed in dramatic form, as is typical of Bold and the Beautiful, guaranteeing that the coming week will be full of memorable moments and surprising turns.